Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto here with the Wasteland Reviewer YouTube channel, and it's been a little while, but this is going to be I have a couple of reviews that I'm trying to catch up with, along with my top 10 list of 2016, along with some of my picks for the Oscar nominations. But what I'm going to start off with this video is my review of Martin Scorsese's Silence. Now, I got to see Silence a couple weeks ago, and I'm not going to lie, this film is my favorite film of 2016. And to be perfectly honest, I think that it's not getting anywhere near the amount of praise that it should be getting in Oscar nominations. Now, this film takes place a couple hundred years ago with Portuguese priests that are going into Japan trying to find their mentor. And it deals with a lot of faith and dealing with religion and the mixtures of different religions and how one religion might not fit into this culture and those different clashes. Now, overall, Martin Scorsese does a fantastic job directing this film. The film is absolutely gorgeous. I never once felt bored, and this was a 2 hour and 41-minute movie that didn't have a whole lot of big action or anything like that. It was just extremely engaging and just drew you right in. And Scorsese does this fantastic job of his storytelling and slowly but surely peeling back different layers of the story to allow you to finally see everything and see the big picture of what's going on in this film. And he does a fantastic job with this very large cast, mostly not well-known actors, at least here in America, as there's only a handful of actual non-Japanese actors in this film. And obviously some of the big cast members were Andrew Garfield, who plays the lead, and Andrew Garfield does a fantastic job. He had a fantastic year along with acting in Hacksaw Ridge, and this film really stands out as it's really compelling, and he has a lot of different things that he has to feel and having to deal with in terms of religion and questioning his faith and sticking to his faith against a bunch of adversity. Now, the big thing with this film and what he does with it is that you're there with him this whole entire time. This is his story, and you're confined to seeing his story through. Now, the rest of the supporting cast are fantastic as well. Adam Driver, who is his fellow priest who comes along on this mission with him, is also very fantastic and very powerful, and you get to see they're not just the same person. They have different intricacies about them, and Adam Driver's character seems to be a little more shaken with like his anger and his patience and stuff like that, which is interesting. Now, Andrew Garfield is in this whole entire movie. A lot of the other characters have much smaller portions of the film, especially Liam Neeson. So if you're expecting to go into this film seeing a bunch of Liam Neeson, just to warn you, you're not going to see a whole lot of him. But when you do, he commands the screen, shows levels of vulnerability and a shaken man. And the fact that you get to see Liam Neeson acting in this way, not in some Taken movie or something like that, which, to be perfectly honest, he hasn't been in a high drama film like this in a long time. And he really stands out in bringing some gravitas to the scenes that he's in and his character. Now, there's two Japanese actors that I really want to give some credit to. Tadanobu Asano plays an interpreter in this film, and he is fantastic. He's along the ride with Andrew Garfield for a large portion of the better second half of this film, and he is intense, and he's basically the one having to carry bridging these two cultures in between, and he does a fantastic job. And Asii Agato, who plays this Inquisitor, he's really quirky, he's a bit odd, but he commands the screen and is a fantastic addition to this film. The acting in this is impeccable. honestly, the only potential drawback that I see in this film after seeing it and thinking about it for a while is the fact that some of the accents weren't the greatest. Andrew Garfield's went in and out. Adam Driver's was consistent but not the greatest. And luckily, Liam Neeson just chose not to have one, which is probably for the best because he usually isn't the greatest with accents. And honestly, I didn't want to hear him try to do a Portuguese accent. But once you take a step back from that, their acting is fantastic. Now, one of the biggest things that I love about this film is the cinematography, and Rodrigo Prieto, who's the only one who's been nominated for an Oscar for this film for his cinematography, earned that. The shots, the composition, everything, how this film looks is absolutely gorgeous. It's fantastic, and it really stood out to me. And it was just some of the frames that just look like a piece of art as it should be. And I really appreciate film and love visual art of film. And Prieto's cinematography in this is fantastic and is a real standout. Now, I was really excited for the score of this film, especially from the song that they have in the trailer for this film. Now, there isn't really a soundtrack, but the sound in this is impeccable, and the fact that this didn't get nominated for those categories is really surprising to me because how they utilize silence along with the themes of religion and do you need to have your religion on your sleeve, or is it just an internal thing where nobody needs to hear it but you have it there? And the mixture of silence and the sounds and everything in this film is fantastic. There is some brutal parts of this film. There's absolutely gorgeous parts of this film. This film stands out so much, and they did a terrible job of marketing this film because don't think a whole lot of people saw this, and they try to rush it out into 2016 for award season. Probably would have been better off just waiting off to 2017 and really releasing it later because this went so far under the radar. Martin Scorsese's not getting enough recognition for this film as he should because this is amazing. I loved Silence, and if it's still in a theater near you, please go out and see this. It deserves to be up there with the best films of 2016. I'm gonna give Silence an A plus.